6 tonight. The pandemic brought with it a spike in home improvement projects as many people suddenly working from home reimagined their surroundings.
That's right. But as 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears uncovered, some alleged unscrupulous contractors sought to take advantage of that. And tonight, Darcy's got a story involving at least 21 victims in a case of money for nothing. And just this afternoon, we did get word that the district attorney is moving forward with criminal charges.
Custom barn doors have become a recent home improvement trend, a bit of rustic charm in a desert home. Karen Smith wanted barn doors to close off her master bath from the bedroom.
Right now I have curtains, and so it doesn't block the noise when I'm getting ready early in the morning while my husband's sleeping.
Chris Chico wanted to convert a dining room into a home office.
My husband, he works like late shift, swing shift.
Yeleni Pallavicini works from home out of her master bedroom retreat.
So I needed that space to be closed doors, so when I have meetings or when I'm working, he will not be distracted with the noise.
Yeleni got a referral from a friend who had these installed. Others found the same company online, Spartan's Custom Barn Doors, run by Jason or Jay Brown.
He was very active on Facebook with his advertising.
So I Google searched custom barn doors. Jay's website came up. He had very good reviews.
They all hired Brown, who required half the money for their doors up front before any work was done. Their deposits ranged from $500 to over $1,000.
I'm out close to $1,200.
For absolutely nothing.
Correct.
He was very responsive in the beginning with the design, and very responsive when he came to the house, and very responsive when he took the deposit, and then after that it kind of faded away.
Yeleni, Karen, and Chris are among a group of more than 20 homeowners who paid Brown for doors they never got.
He scammed us. In the end, he scammed us.
He told them it would be up to 12 weeks for installation. Many have been waiting more than a year with nothing to show for their money but a series of excuses.
But we found that we were all getting the same text messages. He was just copying and pasting.
Originally, he blamed it on the supply chain. Then it was that he fell ill. He didn't know whether it was COVID or it was something else, but they were very ill, his whole family. And it was just excuse after excuse.
In this text message to a customer, Brown said he's not delivering doors because people are following him, and he's not answering texts or calls from upset customers because, quote, that's what got my health so screwed up in the first place.
Do you believe anything he says at this point?
I do not. He had a very good game when he came to the house.
After several customers filed formal complaints with the Nevada State Contractors Board, they learned Jason Brown is not licensed. Unlicensed contracting work is illegal and can leave victims high and dry. Using this lineup provided by the state, customers identified Brown. The board sent him this administrative citation last October, along with a $1,500 fine. Brown deleted his Google account and the Spartan's Custom Barn Doors Facebook page, but never paid the fine, which the state has sent to collections.
So if he's stiff in the state.
So I got scammed. Really bad.
The Contractors Board sent 3 cases to the district attorney where they've been approved for prosecution on charges of doing business without a license and misdemeanor theft.
We both work very hard for our money, extremely hard. And it's very sad that people will do that to other people, especially during these times.
Jay Brown declined our request for an on-camera interview. He sent this statement, claiming to his consumers, I'm working diligently to ensure that I can get your refunds issued. Citing COVID and other sensitive issues impacting his business, he further wrote, I hope for understanding as I make amends. I had no intention on deceiving anyone, and I sympathize with everyone that is involved. I extend my sincere apologies for the negative experience that you had with my business and myself. For his customers,
nobody believes him anymore.
Those words ring hollow.
I want him to do what is right. He needs to return the money to the people that trusted him.
Getting their money back won't be easy, says Peter Aldis of Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada.
These victims can file small claims lawsuits where they can seek return of their deposit. The biggest challenge they're going to face is actually collecting on the judgments that they could receive.
That's because if you win a small claims case, you have to find assets and chase down the money yourself.
So you have to figure out that there's a bank account that actually has money in it that you can collect from, or a paycheck that this person receives from an employer. In a lot of cases, that's not available for somebody who's been not returning deposits or not doing the work.
Alta says the customer's biggest blunder was hiring an unlicensed contractor. And remember, these three are part of a much bigger group, 21 victims and counting, none of whom checked to see if Brown was licensed.
Why do you think so many of you didn't take that step?
I think that one of the realities of the online world that we live in is an over-reliance on ratings and reviews.
If it is a licensed contractor, whether they're advertising on social media, business cards, yellow pages, they have to include their license number in the advertisement. So if you're bidding or you're seeking bids for a job, you'd want to see that license number. You also don't want to trust reviews. Somebody will hire their friends or recruit their friends to put in fake reviews.
So what can you do to protect yourself? Before you sign a contract or agree to any home improvement or construction work, make sure you get the contractor to give you a license number. Then check that license number on the Nevada State Contractors Board website or app to make sure that it's valid and active.
Also, be wary of the warning signs of potential contracting scams, which include extremely low bids and requiring a large deposit paid directly to the contractor.
I did get 3 estimates. His estimate obviously was too good to be true, and I know better.
While they wait for justice that may never come, these consumers at least hope their cautionary tale saves others from making the same mistake. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.